Hey everyone, this is Faze.
This is Adil.
And welcome back to the Faze and Adil Show, where we talk about everything Harry Potter and more.
And today we're going to be talking about another new casting update for the Harry Potter series on HBO.
And if you've seen our previous videos, we've talked about how John Lithgow has been confirmed as Dumbledore, and also how Snape has been confirmed and Professor McGonagall have both been confirmed for the actors that will be playing these characters. And today we have another great casting update. Adil, do you want to talk about that?
The guy who said to Harry first, "You're a wizard, Harry." We're going to be talking about Hagrid.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. You know who it is?
Nick Forst will be playing the role of Hagrid.
Yep.
And I'm not going to lie, when I first read about this, I was kind of confused, because if you've seen our previous podcast episode where we were talking about rumors and speculations about all the castings, and so far half of them have come true.
All of them.
All of them so far, yeah. The one that we were really anticipating for Hagrid was Brett Goldstein.
Yeah.
And in that video, I talked about how I was kind of like, okay, will it be Brett Goldstein? Will it not be? Because he's so much younger. He doesn't look like Hagrid, but then we also
have the physique. Yeah, that physique aspect does play a part. I know HBO's great.
Yeah.
But
then we also discussed how, like, through VFX and, and costume design and this and that, which HBO is really good at, he could play it really, really well. And how we've seen through, great shows like Shrinking and Ted Lasso, he can be a great, lovable character, which is perfect for something like Hagrid, right? But, Brett Goldstein is not going to be playing Hagrid.
It's going to be Nick Forst, and he's most famous usually for, his performance in Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. He does a really good, lovable character, sidekick type role. So I think, like, taking that lovable aspect from that role and, his, like, Britishness and combining that, I think he's a good fit for Hagrid. He has the physique. He has that. He brings that comedy factor to Hagrid. And in these movies, he's also like a klutz. Right. In my head, I always imagine Hagrid as like this big giant dude who's kind of like knocking things over and having things fall down. He's clumsy, but that's because of his size. And it's just going to be interesting to see how I guess Nick Forst brings that comedy factor into Hagrid, because Hagrid was funny through his actions, right? But Nick Forst is actually a funny character in general. Nick Forst is actually funny as an actor.
And though I'm a huge fan of Brett Goldstein, and I would have loved it if he was playing Hagrid, I do like the fact that we're finding an actor to play Hagrid who can be lovable. Because if you're funny, right, and if you can be funny and charming, right, then you can get this sense of warmth and admiration, right? And I think that's exactly what the role of Hagrid needs: someone to come in that can portray love, care, and maybe humor as well.
And Hagrid as a character isn't like a fully polished character, right? He has its own, like, he's rough around the edges type guy, and I feel like Nick will do justice to his character.
Yeah, definitely. You want to pull up that post from Nick Forst himself?
Yeah, so he said on March 25th, so a few weeks ago, he captioned a picture of himself and said, "What a bloody lovely day. It's happening. It's actually happening. Stay cool." So, fans are kind of thinking, because he was already tied to this role as Hagrid.
And then a post like that comes out.
I would, like, that's where Reddit theories were like, oh, this is him. And then Deadline and Variety has also picked this up. And once again, those are very reputable sources. Those are the same sources that basically confirmed John Lithgow and Paapa Essiedu. And now they're saying Nick Forst is basically near the deal. And with a post like that, and then reports like... It's funny, though, because he had a Awesome Con appearance in an interview, and he touched on these rumors before. And he, end quote, he said, "It's in no way, shape, or form confirmed, but I'm thrilled that I would even be considered."
Oh, he said that before?
He said that before, so he's probably, like, toying with us now,
Yeah, I mean, because think about it. If you've made a statement like that, it's like, it's not confirmed, we'll see where it goes, something like that, right? And then... a few weeks later or so, then you're like, oh, it's happening. And then
I'm interested. I think he's funny. I think he has a lovable aspect. I think he has like that Hagrid qualities more so than Goldstein. And Brett's a phenomenal actor, but I feel like physique really does play a part in these type of roles. I know HBO's costume design and VFX can do changes and wonders as they did in the Penguin.
Yeah.
But I think Nick Frost is gonna truly do well. Also, I'm not sure if you know, but he's also going to be a character in the live action remake for How to Train Your Dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I am excited for that movie, but I didn't know he was.
Yeah, he's gonna play, I think, the right hand man for the father.
Okay.
Who's the
okay.
Father? I remember. Let me double check.
We like How to Train Your Dragon, but clearly we're not, the biggest fans, as you can see.
Yeah, he's gonna play Gobber, who is like the right hand man, trusted advisor, and advisor to Stoic, who is I think he's gonna have that characteristics.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I can already see him in looking like Hagrid with the beard.
I mean, if like he dragons, man. So like this is the one thing, we know Hagrid with his dragons.
Yeah.
So like this could be a good fit.
Yeah, just by aesthetics alone, and clearly he's a great actor, right? And so far, HBO is only finding the best actors to play in this Harry Potter TV series reboot, right? So, but at the end of the day, we want to know your thoughts, right? What are your thoughts on Nick Frost playing Hagrid? So whatever thoughts and questions you have, leave them down in the comment section below, and
subscribe to the Faze and Adil Show.
And we'll see you next time.